Hello, wrestling fan. Why have you been going down on your grandma?
I thought Layla died.
Yeah, Rose,
You're a
man.
piece
My
of shit.
name is Coleslaw.
Woo!
Yes, I am. Woo!
I
You
didn't
still
know
have
you were
Tom.
CM Punk.
Literally driving us mad. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Suplex. I am Andy Kwan, and with me as always, it's Carmine Antonelli.
Yes, and despite what we said on the pundit last week, we are not live this week. However,
Whoops.
to make up for that, we have gathered the entire Supla crew for another spectacle episode, including the man who was formerly on sabbatical and my co-host for Total Divas Review, Glenn Fielding.
Hi, did you miss me?
Hello.
Hi.
I guess we're not really going to get an answer.
For the record.
Right.
I am not a believer.
Now, why is that?
What's wrong with you?
How
That's
Yeah.
gimmick. Like-
how could anyone get behind a guy who has the face that looks like he wants to stick his dick up your ass?
Well, then.
Wow.
Seriously, I mean, come on.
Don't tell
Some-
Glad.
Whoa, I mean, come
very,
on.
Very
Glenn,
forward.
Glenn,
Has anyone
You have
seen? Has anyone looked the guy directly in the eye when you're looking at a picture of him?
Glenn,
He's just got
Been
that
back-
sadistic smile on him.
you've been back for like 30 or 40 seconds, and already you've said something extremely controversial.
Someone mind introducing me or something? Because I
Oh
can't
yeah,
talk
we
until
also
you do
have
that.
Sam Brooks, who my co-host on Raw Review, which has yet to debut because our recording system hates us.
Yeah, we fucked up.
We
Oh,
fucked up.
God,
We
this is
fucked
We
up.
fucked up.
We
We
fucked
just
up.
fuck up's all about.
It's great. You love it though.
Also, Glenn, you're wrong. You're just
And
wrong.
also, we have Keelan Boulderson.
Hello, I'm very annoyed. We didn't go live. It's all my fault.
No, it's
we-
Caster FM's fault. Caster FM
We
sucks.
spent 40 minutes trying to do this. We nearly
But-
went insane trying to get this thing.
It gives
fixed.
us an extra week to build to the crescendo. So
Yeah.
everybody, come back next week and it'll be even better.
Well, 2 weeks from now, because next week's pundit. But
I thought we... Oh, fuck
Yeah.
this thing.
Oh, right. You come on my show that me and some guy that we don't talk about anymore
excuse me.
started.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Our show.
Your
communal.
show?
Clearly
We
my
we
show.
we ended that stuff, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the whole like I don't know. Fuck it.
What?
Speaking of things that may or may never return, is the six-sided ring. Is the six-sided ring any closer to return? After TNA honcho Big John Gabrurick said that the six-sided ring will be returning at some point in the near future, TNA have officially asked fans for their input on Twitter. Overall, it's clear from the reaction that the fans want the six sides back, which is one of the company's unique selling points. However, due to the way the poll was wrong, by commenting on a Twitter status for the four sides and sharing it for the six sides, they can easily rig it the way they want. Obviously, lots of people have done both regardless of the instructions. Interestingly, in his recent appearance on the Steve Austin show, by God, 2 audio cancel whoop-ass, James Storm said that he preferred the traditional four-sided ring.
You know, I'd never thought about this, but this actually makes sense that wrestlers would prefer the four-sided ring.
Well, that's what they were trained in. That's what they know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
What other wrestling company out there, professional, I mean, mainstream or independent, has a ring that's has more than 4 sides to it?
I think,
I think
Mexico
one of the, yeah,
does it quite
one
often.
of the Mexican ones. Is it AAA?
Yeah, it's AAA.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, one of the Mexican ones, they do have a six-sided ring. Personally, I would want it back because for a company that looks exactly like WWE and has storylines that are basically exactly the same as WWE, and they want to copy everything that the WWE do, making themselves unique as possible is probably one of the best things they could do at the minute. But
Yeah, but you can polish a turd and it's still a turd. I mean, no matter how many sides the ring has, it's still going to be the same product. I'm still not going to want to watch it.
I'm not saying
six-sided turd.
this isn't like when everyone was like give Kane back his mask. Wrestling will be saved. And it's not like, bring back the six-sided ring. TNA will be saved. Like, it's going to take more than a ring to fucking save this company. But
Yeah, but at the same time, the six-sided ring reminds a lot of fans of when TNA wasn't complete garbage. So that's another thing.
The
But,
original idea behind the six-sided ring was an X Division thing because it allows smaller guys to bounce in, more directions when there's multiple people in the ring, and the ropes are tighter because, they're going around more posts and things. So, I mean, I don't think it matters unless they bring back the X Division at the same time. Why do you want James Storm and Mr. Anderson and Abyss running on a six-sided ring? Like, it's not going to do anything unless you've got flyers.
Yeah.
I mean, how many high flyers are there in that company in a minute? Like, what,
Japanese people.
the most, maybe? I don't...
There's the two Japanese people and Kenny King.
Great.
3 people.
They should
3
start another stable.
people.
They should start another stable that brings back the six-sided ring so they can do flips. I don't know.
Just no more stables, for God's sake. Just,
No.
I'm sick of... Like, I tried to watch Impact, and I couldn't.
You
Because
poor
it was
soul.
just, here comes Kenny King, and here comes Bobby Lashley, and here comes fucking MVP. And it's just like, every segment was them. Every single
What is
one.
with Bobby Lashley? He's this giant guy that could crush anybody, but he doesn't look remotely scary.
It's because he has a face like a fucking jelly baby.
Yeah, he just looks like
Jelly
a
baby.
giant baby.
Jelly baby.
And
Give
he
him like an
talks
afro
like
and some
one.
sideburns.
Hmm.
Why? They had a segment, I can't remember if it was on this week's Impact or one of the Impacts, where it was just like, oh, I dropped my Dr. Pepper. But like, they had a segment where it was like, MVP spoke, and he was like really charismatic. Kenny King spoke, and he was charismatic. Then like, and now Bobby, and you're like, hello, I'm Bobby Lashley. Hello, like what in
He's
the
kinda
fuck is
got
wrong with this
that-
guy?
He's got that Mike Tyson thing going on where he's a killer, but then when he speaks, you're like, what the fuck?
Don't let him speak.
am part of TNA now.
He looks. See, he
You
seems
say
more
you
like a
hate-
modern. He seems more like a modern day Tony Atlas,
Shh, don't tell him.
except without the stupid laugh.
Rubber ducky ducky.
Andy, stop making that sound.
Go Flamingo! Go Flamingo! Go Flamingo!
Okay, we're done.
Uh,
What the hell?
He's not
Flamingo.
seen it, has he?
oh, you haven't seen that? Well, don't tell him. No one tell him.
I don't think you could explain it anyway. In Legends House, they had lots of rubber flamingos and ducks, and Tony Atlas was going, rubber ducky ducky, and everyone else was shouting, Flocko Flamingo.
That just happened.
Why do people watch this crap? Why is
Because
this
it's
on the
better
network?
than
Why
wrestling,
can't I
that's
get that
why.
network?
It's
Honestly,
hilarious.
after this week's Raw, it really is. But I guess we'll get to that later.
We will.
Yeah.
But as for
No.
the six-sided ring, I don't know, man. I don't know how much it would help. It
It's
would be
just
it would be
indifference.
refreshing, but I think that would be about it.
They need a
Indifference on the
roster
part of
first
those people.
to wrestle in the ring. That would make more sense.
What they need is someone like Austin Aries to just go out there, cut a pipe bomb, tell all the talent that he's so much better than they are, and that he's going to bring back the six-sided ring because he knows how to
So what?
know,
Copy
put on a-
WWE?
he knows how to put on a
What?
great match, and no one can follow him. So there.
And if anyone disagrees with him, he'll put his dick in their mouth.
What in the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Ask Christy Hemme.
So
She'd
speaking
probably
of
have a mouthful.
that, TNA have leased out access office space. TNA are said to have leased out 25% of their Nashville office space as a cost-cutting measure. Some of this space was previously used to store merchandise. And I'm
this
going
is
to imagine.
this is news because everything TNA does at this point is inching them closer to death. Otherwise, this would be nothing. If TNA
Yeah,
was doing
actually,
fine right now, this would be nothing news.
It's like
totally
they're
had
like,
an idea.
sorry,
What to do.
Bob, we're just gonna have to move you out of this office. You can go sit with Eric right now, but your office is gone. We're selling that.
I'm gonna put 3 people to a desk.
How much does it cost to buy out office space?
Apparently enough to save their budget.
Because we need a headquarters.
I am not going to Nashville.
Do it.
Okay,
Do it for the
so
super.
the 3 British people on this show are gonna move to Nashville. Along
No,
with
it
the
would just
guy
be
from
you and
Florida
Glenn
and the
in
guy
an
from
office.
Ohio.
You and Glenn in an office running the Divas show. You need an office for that.
An office for the Diva Show.
Yes.
Fuck
My
that.
office is downstairs on my basement, right on top of a Tidy Cats box.
My office is wherever the fuck I plant my laptop.
Business.
I have
It's
an
great.
office, but it's really a shed.
But do you know what the more worrying thing about this is? It's like that was where their merchandise was being stored.
yeah.
Either they are selling merch or they're really not selling merch. So it's like, why don't you want that space? I don't understand
Yeah,
it.
where is the merch going now? The back of Dixie
Who would
Carter's
buy
car?
who would buy a shirt that says arsehole on it or something? I assume that's like on Mr. Anderson's merch or something because that's his thing.
What? Speaking of which, speaking of shirts, does MVP's new Black Evolution stable have a name yet?
I just thought it was Black Evolution.
It's just it's not, and it's just this wouldn't be a thing if they didn't like attack the fucking American Wolves who are white. It's like this is why you're not helping. You're not helping this at all. You're making this worse.
So is it just a stable of hate crime?
I don't know.
The hate criminals.
not
There
even-
you go.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that part of it. The problem I have.
You don't have a
I
problem
have
with
no
hate
problem
crimes.
with racism. I just have a problem
No, I mean
with
it
poorly
doesn't
written
matter.
racism.
No. It doesn't matter about like, oh, they're just the carbon copy of evolution, but like they just happen to be African American. That's not it. The thing that annoys me is they literally had one stable that was like an authority stable, and then they've now got another one straight after. That's the more annoying thing. They're not just ripping off WWE, but they can't creatively think of anything else.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, we have to have authority figure abuses power. That's got to be a thing now.
yeah, and last
fuck?
week they had Dixie come out to confront them. So now you've got two heel authorities fighting over the company. So who cares about that? And now Bully Ray's a face, and he doesn't like either of them. But Bully Ray was the
His
heel.
name
He was
is
the heel
bully
champion.
Ray. He's a bully. I don't like bullies. Why the fuck would you
Don't be a
want to
bully.
cheer
Be a
him?
star.
Be a rosebud.
Fuck it.
But like, why is the fight for power among two bad guys? That makes no sense. And then the
Yeah,
person,
Eric Young's in there somewhere with a title.
yeah, he's just floating around, going, "I'm not Daniel Bryan."
I wish I was. Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
going to get neck surgery now.
Nurk.
Well, I'm telling you, they're gonna do that. But it won't be neck. It'll be like the opposite end of the body, like a toe injury. Like, I've hurt my toe, and then like they just go, my toe needs surgery, and that's basically what they're gonna do.
No, knowing them, it'll be our surgery.
I need beard surgery.
A haircut.
God. Right. So they've actually had to bring in people such as the great Muta, who will be returning once again for the TNA Manhattan Center shows. Wrestling legend and Wrestle One promoter, the great Muta, will return to TNA for the June 25th Impact taping at the Manhattan Center in New York City. In response to the incredible demand from Impact Wrestling fans, TNA Entertainment is adding 3 televised events in New York City, August 5th, 6th, and 7th at the famed Manhattan Center's Grand Ballroom. And this was the same place that the early episodes of Raw used to be taped.
Yeah, so the only reason that it's the famed wrestling arena that wrestling fans want to see is because Raw taped there in the early 90s when nobody was watching Raw and they couldn't draw an audience, so they had to go to this ballroom bingo hall-y place. And now TNA are going there, and they're paying so much money to go there because it's in New York. It costs a hell of a lot of money to do that, and there's no reason for them to do that. They just want to show off and be like, "Hey, we're like Raw."
But
What
the
kind of
thing
message
is-
does it send, though, if you're trying to be the up-and-coming competition and it's like, look, we've taken over the arena they started in. Great.
And then what makes that worse is when they said they were going to New York and going to like the Manhattan Center, I thought they were like going to, I don't know, the Hammerstein Ballroom or something,
It's all.
which is a bigger.
I think it's all
biggest
one
fucking thing.
complex. Like the Hammerstein Ballroom is connected to that, but it's just in different rooms. They might run both of them. I don't know, but
Have 2 TNAs going on at the same time.
No.
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 Compete with yourselves. Might as fucking well.
yeah, the Hammerstein
Go fuck
Ballroom
yourself.
is much better for like crowd reactions and all that because it's like an opera place, isn't it? So the sound is just in a big circle and it goes up.
The sound is in a circle, yes. But
Well, you know what I
mean,
mean.
Could they even fill out the Hammerstein Ballroom?
Probably not. They can't fill out a regular stadium.
I
Why
don't
would be
think
able
they
to fill
could.
out Hammerstein?
Like they can't even fill out a warehouse or a shed that
They couldn't fill up Keelan's
they've
shed.
built. It's
They
just.
really couldn't.
I mean, they didn't build the shed, but they built the actual set and the seating and all that, and they can't even fill that up.
It's pretty upsetting.
They're the equivalent of backyard wrestling in terms of.
They probably
crowds.
couldn't even sell out Walmart.
Probably not.
If they can't like stay in the impact zone anymore, and they can't afford to go anywhere, why don't they just build their own little arena somewhere, just a building? Like that's probably an investment they could make. You know, you look at like OVW or the Performance Center or whatever, it can be done. Like, why don't they do that?
Well, to do that, I assume it would take a lot of money, so they'd have to get rid of even more people and have less to their name.
Yeah. By the time you get done building that arena, the only people they have left on their roster is Black Evolution, and all they'd have to do every week is just triple powerbomb Dixie Carter.
Shit, I'd watch that.
I would
you just
too.
described a perfect product.
Actually, wouldn't mind that.
I can't deal with TNA, but there is even more TNA news because Magnus has denied rumors of backstage heat. In his latest Fighting Spirit magazine column, TNA star Magnus has addressed alleged rumors that he had heat with Big John, which is the worst name in the world. Why do internet fans and gossip writers always have to find an alternative motive for decisions? It baffles and frankly irritates the hell out of me. What? That these
You
people
read
have...
that brilliantly. You read it so perfectly, I died a little.
There we go. Basically, wider internet fans and writers assume the worst and report it as fact. More needs to be done in both companies to combat the internal sources talking to these parasites. I was asked by a promoter recently if I had lost the title because there was heat between me and John Gabriel. And he goes on to say that in
you're
truth...
never going to be able to pronounce that name correctly, are you?
Gabruick.
No.
I thought it was
That's it.
Johnny Meatball.
And he said that, in fact, it's the exact opposite, and basically, blah, blah, blah. He can't wait to sink his teeth into the next chapter of his career. Blah, 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 blah.
What annoys me is whenever a wrestler comes out and bitches about the internet, it's always about a rumour that was never even on any of the websites. It was probably something off a forum that just some idiot wrote. Like, every time someone comes out and screams about, oh, they were writing it all wrong, blah, 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 it's never anything anyone's even heard of to begin with. So
I'd never heard anything about heat between him and Gaburik.
it's weird when they do that.
I have no idea what in the fuck he was talking about. Like, I have no idea because, even like you say, he's just been on like internet forums and someone would say, "Ooh, maybe he lost the belt because he had heat backstage," and he's like, "No, that's not true. I'll write it in my newspaper." Like, no,
Willow has a newspaper.
Magnus does not sound like that. Okay?
Everyone sounds like Willow in Andy's world.
Well, it's
Andy's
contagious though. It's like once you do Willow voice for one thing, it's like a disease. It just spreads, and all my impressions are now Willow.
It's actually Russo foot just
He's
spreading
got
Willow's
Russo
foot.
foot and Willow voice. Willow throat.
Oh no, that sounds
I-
terrible.
Oh, dude, I'm
It's
so sorry.
terrible.
I'll send you a card.
Did you catch it from that
thank
bird you pulled?
Anyway, moving on. What? No.
Wow.
Right,
that came out of nowhere.
oh god, now I have to talk about Scott Hall. Why do you say things like this? So, Scott Hall is feared to have some kind of heart issue. Scott Hall noted on Twitter that he went for a recent hospital checkup because he feared he was having heart issues. But he tweeted that he was given a clean bill of health. The apparent bout of depression may be completely unrelated to this hospital visit unless he had anxiety-related heart palpitations. As previously noted, there is no sign that he's fallen off the wagon.
Yet.
So this is news clarifying that previous news is non-news.
Yeah.
Great. So Scott
Brilliant.
Hall's not doing terrible.
Well, the thing, if he's laying there in bed going, oh, I think I've got heart problems, and then he goes to the hospital and there's nothing wrong with him, that would suggest more of a kind of, what do you say, psychosomatic problem, like anxiety or...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
So I gotta keep an eye on that.
Well, I'm hoping he's fine because like he's gone through that whole DDP yoga thing with Paige and all that, and I'm hoping that he's fine because that would just be such a shame. So yeah, quickly moving on. WWE are considering new DVD concepts. WWE mailing list subscribers were recently asked about potential new DVD concepts, and here were the options: a free disc set using or looking at free real lives of WWE superstars, similar to the Daniel Bryan Network special where he was followed around backstage and between shows. Biographies on the professional and personal lives of WWE superstars, just like ESPN's 30 for 30 concept. Another option was WWE Reveals, looking at controversial moments in WWE history. Examples were Jerry Lawler versus Andy Kaufman, the passing of Owen Hart, the curtain call in Madison Square Garden with a click, Mike Tyson leaving prison after a rape conviction to help WWE kickstart Steve Austin as a major star, the XFL, and David... What the hell? David
Stoffel.
Stoffel. Being slapped
There's literally not an F in his name. How did you get Stoffel out of that?
Jesus
It's
Christ.
my gimmick. That's what I do.
David
After
Sausages.
being slapped by Dr. D, David Shaw. And finally,
God.
a one-man show
Circle
where
and circle.
WWE legends tell intimate stories on the stage.
I was waiting for them
So
to
basically,
say
the
the Chris
company are
Benoit
also
tragedy.
considering... What?
Yeah, I was
No
going to say, where's
Benoit
my Chris
tragedy.
Benoit DVD?
The company is also considering releasing these DVDs as network content for the WWE Network.
Well,
I think that's
guess,
the other way round. They're going to release network content on DVD, like Countdown and all that stuff.
that'd be
Well, they need the money at this
Oh, okay, fine. But the point is, it's just like half of these are awful. Like,
the
point. I
only
don't
one
know
I'd want
anyone
to
who would
see
buy
is,
these.
the only one I'd want to see, and only on the network, not on DVD, would be Reveals.
yeah, I hate the idea of like just stupid things like the one-man show. Like, Legends will tell stories. That's Legends House. That's basically it. I'm sick of fucking Legends.
Yeah,
Like,
but if they say anything interesting, then we'll fire them.
Great.
Like Jim Ross
Exactly.
and Ric Flair thing. It's like, this is the best thing I've heard in years. Jim Ross, you're fired.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Brilliant.
it's like the Piper thing where he went off on that shoot interview and he was just like Patterson and it got awkward. Like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? If he did that in WWE, he would be like completely like banned from WWE, not allowed back there ever again.
It would be shoot interviews without the shoot. It would just be talking about bullshit like, oh, I remember the Shockmaster. That was fun.
Yeah.
Basically what Michael Cole does every week.
Yeah. Which everyone loves that.
Want to see that more often. Am I
So
right?
good, you guys.
This will be a treat.
What do you eat?
Thank you, ma'am.
Michael Cole.
This will be a treat.
I mean, the controversial show, like where it looks at all these controversial moments in in WWE history, could be all right because it could be like it could give some insight into, I don't know, how the business is now. I mean, like stuff like the curtain call and the XFL and the passing of Owen.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I
Hi.
still on?
You're still on.
I hear everyone except Andy.
Andy?
Oh
Andy.
god, we're done. He's dead.
Oh god, they got him.
He's dead and we killed him.
They got him.
They found him.
And he died.
He was saying shit and they found him.
I'm alive! I don't know
Yay!
what happened.
Yay!
What was
Anyway.
I saying?
You were talking about the.
You
how
said
the-
Owen Hart, then they cut you off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, they're onto me, aren't they? Yeah, so I mean, like, Owen Hart and all this stuff. So, it's shaped the way wrestling is now, so it could be good to actually kind of retrospectively look at it and kind of educate kind of newer fans and stuff like that.
I think out of all of them topics, though, Owen Hart is the most controversial because you could argue that it was their fault. So, I mean, and it's never been settled with his wife either. She still hates WWE. She's always trying to, continue lawsuits and things. So if they did that one, that would be pretty
Yeah.
newsworthy anyway, to see what they say. I mean, I've always wondered about that, to be honest, because apparently his quick release just kind of malfunctioned, or he forgot it clipped off or something weird and he just fell to his death. It's like, hang on a minute. How the fuck does that happen? Why are there not safety measures in place? Who decided to do what? And it was all kind of settled privately, so you don't really get to hear all the evidence. Because they settled out of court, but it seems a bit of a dodgy thing.
Oh yeah, but
Or maybe if they did a show where it would be like stuff that was never actually explained, like I don't know, it was like that one King of the Ring where it was like Vince and Shane versus Austin, and the winner was like CEO or whatever, and like the briefcase or whatever they were grabbing just randomly goes up in the air higher, so Austin can't reach, and it was never fucking explained.
yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time they've never explained anything, like the fucking Kevin Nash storyline from like 2011.
I thought he was dead. LOL. Yep, perfect.
Yeah,
we
stuff
all
like
wanted
that.
to
They
see
never
that.
explained. They never explained why Kevin Nash even came back. There was no reason for him to come back. He was just
I
like, I'm
got a
bored, and that
text on
literally-
my
that could have been the-
phone, and
From-
it said
It was so stupid. He got a text from himself.
sent by someone else.
No, that was the big reveal. He sent the text
it?
to himself.
Oh, what happened?
How is that even fucking possible?
Exactly.
What?
Was it the
Sorry, are you
anonymous
confusing
GM?
How do you
wrestling with a
do
soap
that?
opera?
I don't know. The whole big thing was who sent the text to Kevin Nash, because the text said jackknife the winner no matter who it is. Then Triple H comes out one day and he's like, "You sent the text, didn't you?" "You're damn right I did." How does that work?
Imagine if they did that years ago, where it was like, "It was me, Austin." Just he does that to himself.
So,
Like,
so
who sent
basically,
the text?
what
It was me,
you're
Nash.
saying
It was me
is-
all along.
what you're saying is
It was
he
Vince.
didn't need to
I
even
did it.
send. He didn't even need to send the text because it was just his decision. So he could have just walked out anyway and done it.
Yes.
Right. Or
And
was
then
he
around
trying
the
to
same-
fool everybody that? Oh,
No, and then around the same time, it was like a triple threat feud for the title between Cena, Punk, and Del Rio, and they had a Hell in a Cell match where the cell just randomly went up and then back down and locked Cena out, and never explained who did that.
they should say it was Bray Wyatt before he debuted.
It was Husky
He
Harris.
did it for the people.
He did it
Did
for
it.
the
I
buzzword.
did it.
It was the stupidest shit ever. But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they haven't explained something, is what I'm saying.
What about the Undertaker and Kane storyline? They've explained that too much. I think that's the problem.
Oh,
They
that
never
story
did
was-
explain what was the contents of Taker's urn.
uh,
Like
Ashes
who
of
or
Magic.
what
Imagine
was in
the
it.
light.
yeah, you would open
The
it and
light.
a light would shine out.
Wasn't it his parents? Or did
Isn't Paul Bearer his
parents, right?
parents?
No,
Are they not both
because
opposite?
Undertaker and Kane's parents died in a fire, right? And Paul Bearer took them under his wing. So wasn't it his parents?
It's explained so much, yet people know so little.
Put
But
that
no,
on
I
the DVD.
thought Paul Bearer was Kane's dad.
That's
The
what I thought.
Undertaker was. What the fuck is this?
So
shit?
wait,
No,
so
he
Taker
lied.
is
He
actually
lied to
like-
Kane. Or no, he's Kane's step. I don't fucking know.
What
Kane's
the
mother.
hell is happening?
It's great. It's great though. You love it.
Have you
love it,
seen that
though.
video?
You
though?
love it.
Have you seen that video though? Back during the Attitude Era, it was actually pretty funny. Where a hidden camera caught Paul Bearer talking to Jerry the King Lawler backstage about how, he is Kane's dad. He slept with Kane's
Yeah.
mum, and Paul Bearer, when he was a teenager, like slept with Kane's mum, and he's explaining it to Jerry Lawler. It's really funny. And then Kane like overhears it or whatever because it's a hidden cam, and that's how all that shit's lied.
Great.
Oh,
Anyway,
my head hurts.
Moving on. WWE 2K14
15.
is out. WWE 2K15. When will that come out? It's set for October instead of whatever the hell it was reported. WWE have announced that their 2K15 game will be released on October 28th in the United States and the 31st for the rest of the world.
Happy Halloween. This is upsetting actually, because it means the game's coming out sooner. But I actually like the fact that the release date got pushed back, because that meant they were working on it more.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not the case. So great.
I'm very concerned, but at the end of the day, these games are crap because they are the glitchiest fucking things on the planet. Whoever tests these games needs to stop, or bring someone else in, or don't be drunk when you're testing the game, or I don't know, get some people in that can actually test games.
I
Instead,
don't know how they
like,
can make new glitches. Why don't they just make sure the previous engine or whatever was perfected and use that again, but just make it work?
Yeah, they really do.
Unpatchable, even.
Unplayable. 10 out of 10.
They think the system they have now works. It doesn't. Like, if I can fall straight through the ring, pop back up again, fly around in the fucking crowd for like half a match, and be floating in the air, your game is broken. You don't see fucking FIFA players just. Oh wait, there are some stupid derby shit. But you don't see like players flying in the fucking air for no reason. You don't play Madden and like the ball, you throw the ball and the ball just continuously just goes out the arena. No, things don't disappear. Things don't fucking appear. Fucking 1,
Maybe not
2,
in your
3.
world.
Oh wait, that was definitely 2, but it's still a stupid game.
I haven't had too many like drastic glitches with the game, but I've had chairs bounce into oblivion.
Yeah.
I've had people scrunch into little balls and then be magically okay.
Oh my god!
Honestly,
every single character.
One time I was
Every
playing as
single
the
character
Shield.
I have.
I was playing as the
Every
Shield
single-
once, and we're just continuously interrupting each other. So I'm gonna go.
Sorry, someone had to say.
I'm gonna go.
Someone.
I was playing as
Go,
the Shield.
go, go! You go.
Fucking! I was playing as the Shield once, and Seth Rollins had a chair, and he went to swing it at someone,
Yeah.
but something happened. Like I think the guy reversed it or something, and the game just didn't know what to do. So Rollins like compacted with the chair inside him, and then literally started reforming and shit the chair out. It was the stupidest looking thing.
The best one I've ever seen is the Undertaker was like laying on the ground, but like there was a chair next to him, but the chair kind of disappeared, and then his leg just started popping out of his stomach, and I'm thinking that don't look right. I am not a doctor. I'm not in the medical profession, but if your leg is sticking out of your stomach, there is definitely something wrong.
I
Just gonna
love-
throw that out there.
It's terrible.
Oh god.
But you
And
don't
every
have
sing-
you don't have too much stakes in this. I have to play this game when it comes out. Like have to.
Good one.
So this
the
is
worst-
unfortunate for me.
Oh, but there's one more. There's one more glitch, and it's like the worst thing in the world. It's the most irritating thing on the planet, right? Every character is a part of a stable apparently called the Agents, because every fucking time Justin Roberts is like representing the Agents, The Rock, representing the Agents, CM Punk, representing the Agents. My game's fucked. Like it literally does that over and over and over and over again.
I've not really had any of this.
Representing the Agents.
One of the worst one of the weirdest glitches I have is in universe mode. Like so what was it? Like Triple H had a title match and he won. And I think Stephanie was there at ringside. And then you know how universe mode has that like news section, like the WWE.com like news?
Yes.
Every time someone wins the title, it shows you like Triple H has won the United States title or whatever the fuck it was. And instead, it just says Triple H has won the Stephanie McMahon.
That prestigious title.
It was the greatest thing ever. But no,
You already won Stephanie McMahon. You can't win her again.
has won
God.
the Stephanie McMahon. I just love it. But a serious, actual game-breaking glitch that happened to me once, and people who follow me on Twitter saw this when it happened. I was like halfway through the 30 Years of WrestleMania mode because I was doing my playthrough of it for the channel. And one week, I boot up the game, and all my progress is gone. My save data corrupted, and I had to start the game all over.
That was annoying, I bet.
It was terrible. I was so angry. Thank God for the unlock everything button. Otherwise, I would have lost my mind.
I do remember one glitch I had whilst I was playing. Zack Ryder had a match.
That is a glitch.
Yeah.
You know,
That is-
Santino keeps challenging for the world title. He's like, fuck off, Santino.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I think it's so broken.
Was Zack
Speaking of
Ryder
things
having
that
a
are
match
broken-
the actual glitch? You didn't finish.
Oh, well done.
No, that was the end of it.
Okay.
The glitch was that Zack Ryder had a match. That was just good job, Carmine.
God,
You got
Mate,
that
it's
joke.
so fun when you explain jokes.
I,
It's just the
I was
best.
I was thought there was more to it, so all right.
You fucker, honestly.
I'm sorry. While you eat.
This will be a treat. Santino Morella.
No, right,
Here I am.
no, no.
Are these your own, like, lemon rosebud jokes that we don't get?
Yep.
Oh, we
Yeah.
haven't said that tonight.
Deal with
Great.
it.
Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud.
Be Great Khali starting a new promotion.
Yes. DNAindia.com is reporting that WWE star The Great Khali may be launching his own promotion in India. Local wrestler Sandram Singh claims to be partnering with him.
So he can say
Khali and
Andy can say an Indian
Why?
name
What have I done
correctly.
wrong this
but-
time?
No, that's what I'm saying. You can say Indian names, but you can't say English names.
Oh, I don't know. I can say. Wait, I can say names. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Anyway, moving on.
So you're from
Khali and
Jurassic
I are-
Park?
That's my go-to song whenever something good
Da,
happens.
da,
Like,
da, da,
things that
da.
happened to me recently. Sorted. But moving
Brilliant.
on, the great Khali and I are seriously looking at an Indian wrestling league. It has been my long cherished dream to bring a wrestling league to India. By starting a wrestling league, I hope to provide wrestling the kind of visible and glamorous platform that the IPL has given to cricket. The great Khali has been taking off TV recently to go on a break to his home country, and apparently he's in the police force in India at the moment.
Yeah, what are they going to call this
Ta-da!
promotion? Like the I am still a police officer force wrestling or something.
You call it.
I am the law.
Can you imagine just being an authority figure? Oh wait, they'll probably copy WWE as well.
Every match is a Punjabi prison match.
You know
And he
what?
comes out and
As
he's
much
like,
as we take a pick about this and Khali Land and all this shit, this has actually got more chance of happening than Global Force Wrestling, so I don't really care.
No, you know what this is? This is going to be like one of Global Force's branches.
in India.
But didn't like Jeff Jarrett, speaking of India, didn't he do like Ring Car King or something?
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. So imagine, like, Khali could make a lot of money doing this if it takes off. Because the amount of people in India, it's like their ratings were like 5 billion or something stupid.
Jeez.
Well, that's an exaggeration, but it was big.
5/7
I mean,
of the
it
entire planet.
It's in
It
India.
could work. This could actually work because if the Ring Car King thing was actually so successful, then why the hell not?
Yeah, why?
I mean,
why
I guess
has TNA gone back there and just kept doing it?
base your entire promotion in India.
Yeah, India and England. And just screw
Yeah,
around.
you know what? Like, the more I think about it, and I was talking about this with my housemate who I live with, and they were like, "Why don't TNA?" I was like, "TNA should come over to England and stay here forever." And he was like, "Well, surely if they were here all the time, you wouldn't get bored of them, but you'd be like."
Well, you wouldn't get Wembley Arena every week, would you?
And their major attraction is, well, the major attraction to them is because there's no kind of major wrestling organization in this country that's at that level. So, like, especially like whenever WWE or TNA come over, it's like, well, of course they're going to generate that many people because there's nothing that can really match it here. And if they came over here, I doubt they'd be able to do Wembley all the time. Because you just get used to it. They'll tour the country, and it just be like, great. But how many like major arenas are there in this country in comparison to say the United States? I mean, like, I don't know if there's that many. I mean, they would have to go to Butlins all the time or something, and it'd just be fucking irritating.
Oh, they
Go
can't
the
get
hell
they
on
can't
earth,
get
Butlins.
Butlins. That's like a mafia. There's a guy I can't remember the promotion or whatever, but for years and years and years, there's been this one old promoter that runs shows in all the Butlins and seaside towns. And even WWE use him as a promoter when they come over sometimes. Like, it's kind of a thing. The American indie wrestlers like to come over and do the Butlins tours. But, yeah, so no one else is
so
going to...
bad, Butlins.
Button.
Oh yeah, do you know what we're talking about? The Americans?
Absolutely no idea.
Oh, it's like a
Okay, it's like a
holiday
shitty
place.
holiday resort.
camp. I don't know.
in
Do
Cameron.
Americans have
Best
an
way to
equivalent?
explain it.
I don't know because I don't know what this is.
Yeah, but do Americans ever
Okay,
go on
it's
like
basic-
package holidays to like the coast where they stop near the seaside and I don't know. There's like carnivals and
I guess.
I think it's an
I
English
guess
thing.
this
Never
is
heard
just
of
a
it.
Brit-
Oh my god, we're talking about Butlins on a wrestling podcast.
You say tomato, I say tomato. We have
You say
Butlins,
bouncy
you
castle, I say rubber fort.
Like, if Impact was just replaced tomorrow in that time slot by an English promotion, I can't see the ratings plummeting. But it would be so much better for this country to just have something that's from this country.
I mean, I have been to shows where I believe Alex Shane has helped to promote. Like, when the wrestling channel was a thing over here, there was like International Showdown, which is like the first major event that I went to, besides a WWE house show that Liam was apparently at the same time. And I
He
didn't know
used
him.
to run the FWA, the Frontier Wrestling Alliance, or something like that.
That's the one, yeah.
I remember
And I
watching
mean,
that.
like,
bit.
So I mean, it's completely plausible that one day someone might do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you give me a whole load of money. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I think
Uh,
the way England is, because we're such a small country, and we have our own kind of celebrity culture. You know, you have like Keith Lemon and his show, and you have all the presenters from different shows go on each other's show, and you have things like Big Brother, and you could easily insert wrestling into that. How would you put it? That kind of culture. Like imagine Grado from what is it, Insane Scottish Wrestling or whatever.
That's why.
Imagine him doing
Yeah.
that kind of circuit where he's on like the Keith Lemon show and he's a character on there and all that kind of thing and all this cross promotion. I think if they did it right, you could get something going because wrestling is character driven. They fit in those kinds of shows.
Most definitely, but the thing is, there's not really anyone that can spearhead that. Like in this country, there's not anyone who really like knows that kind of market, I suppose, who's into wrestling as well.
Well, what you could do, I mean, I understand you're trying to make this a British thing, but when you mention Grado, the first thing I think of is have him and like Colt Cabana partner up and get this thing going because they obviously work together a lot.
And
So-
there was quite a solid history in this country with the World of Sport
Oh, yeah.
days. It was, a popular Saturday kind of thing.
It was
Within
like in the 70s and 80s. wasn't it?
Yeah, like grannies used to go watch it live and throw their handbags at the bad guys and things. It was part of the culture.
And it was on. It was on mainstream TV, like at the time, because there wasn't digital TV. There was probably like, I don't know, 4 channels maybe. So like it was on one of these 4 main channels that you could only get. So, but it's just the Americans and their wrestling. It went viral. I don't know. It's plausible that if someone had a load of money and really liked it, could be a thing. Because there is a hunger for it here. There clearly is. Because why would no one would turn up to these house shows or these TV tapings? I mean, hell, even when Ring of Honor came over here, like for a couple of years, those shows sold out. They were huge shows. Even like, I've been to Pro Wrestling Noah UK tours, and they sell out. So, the hunger is there. It's just gonna have to take someone to get a load of money and do it. That's
That
the only
easy.
thing that's stopping it. Is just one guy, a load of money.
That's all we need.
But
That's
you know what
Yeah.
the TV channels will say? They'll go, "Oh, but we had celebrity wrestling and that was a failure." Yeah, because it fucking sucked. Like
And because celebrities
wasn't
can't
that-
wrestle, it's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
it was like
But
gladiators
that
as well.
wasn't even rest. That was just a really shit version of like what was that show in like the 80s? Like It's a Knockout or whatever. It's just a
Oh,
shit
yeah.
version of that.
That's the thing.
And
There's
they're not
there's
even
no
celebrities as well. They weren't famous for anything. They were just Z-list TV presenters.
Mm.
And so I don't want to watch these people because I don't know who the fuck they are. And you claim them to be celebrities. It's like, what?
They just need somebody who's clever enough to explain it to, some executive at some TV channel somewhere. Because I think people have 2 opinions of it. They think, oh, it's that crazy American stuff. That's not going to work in this country because they don't really understand what wrestling is. Or they think back to
Right.
the old days where it was just, and they think, well, that's not going to happen today, is it? Because, I mean, there was a group of promoters who tried to revive the old style of doing it, and they had like I don't know what you call it, like a reunion show, and it was taped for ITV, and I think it was on the news a little bit. But the trouble is, they tried to revive the old shitty. Oh, we've got like 5 rounds, and it's the European style, and that's just not going to work today. Like, no, that's not exciting.
The thing is, it worked back then because people thought it was real, and they treated it like it was a sport, and they treated it like it was actually a legit thing. Now that everyone's kind of smartened up to it, and even like the average person is like, wrestling isn't that fake shit. Like, you wouldn't be able to pull that off now. So, even if an executive was like, no one's gonna watch this, if it was like no one will watch this, fuck. Like, Challenge TV is a free view channel, which basically means anyone in this country can get it. You don't need a satellite TV subscription, a cable subscription. You don't need anything like that. Everyone in the country can get it. What does that tell you? That must say everything, for goodness sake.
There's just no one around
they
that can
sell out
actually get this
arenas.
done.
Yeah, they
That's
sell
what we
out
need.
arenas all over the fucking country. What the hell?
It could only really be as popular as the TV channel behind it. Say tomorrow ITV for the next couple of weeks started promoting that wrestling was coming on, and they showed you some of the characters, and they pushed it really hard, and then some of those characters popped up on a couple of shows before before the launch, and they just got some money behind it. Then it could easily work, but you can't just stick it on some random channel that no one's going to care about, not promote it, and just leave it at that. Somebody needs to sell it to somebody and say, look, this is what I envision, let's do it. But it's not going to happen.
Don't just leave it around for people to find. Throw it in people's faces.
And I mean, I'm not a promoter, so I have no idea how this would actually work. But by the sound of things, you just need a load of money and someone who has actually, not me because I'm an idiot, but a guy that actually has like actual promoting experience, and hire someone in that could talk to TV people. The hunger is there. That's all I'm saying.
Another problem though is you have so many small. You see, this is the problem with even in America and all over the world. You have so many promoters doing it by themselves in their small little territories that you can never get people to work together and say, look, you've got your fed there, I've got my fed there, you've got your fed there. We've all got our own audiences. If we could work together and put all of our, pool our resources, pool our ideas, you can make something bigger than itself. How many times have you heard of, the NWA in America? Oh, it's reforming. We're going to have TV and we're all going to work together. And it just never works because people are greedy. Some promoters don't hold up their end of the deal, and it just doesn't work because you need a Vince McMahon to come in and say, I own this shit. Let's do it.
We can only hope.
One day.
One day, everything will be right with the universe.
That'll be a treat.
While you eat.
Do we have more news?
Raw?
Yep, going up. I've actually seen clips of Raw. So.
Since the Raw review didn't debut this week, we're going to give you another recap, me and Brooks, because...
Yeah, howdy, hey, bada boom, we're here while you eat.
While you eat. Raw was garbage this week.
It was so fucking terrible.
It was just a load of shit.
The show that you have before a pay-per-view should never be this bad.
Because no one's going to want to buy your fucking pay-per-view. Let's go over the main things that actually relate to Payback.
Yes.
Brad Maddox was fired at the opening of the show, and then Stephanie later came back out and gave Brian... Well, first she said, all right, time to hand over the belts. And at first it sounded like he was actually going to do it. He's like, hey, you know what, you're right, these people deserve an active champion. But that would be what you want, so I'm not going to do it. So, Stephanie gives Brian a choice. And by a choice
as much as something you should do and something you should not do.
Basically, she said you can either wipe your ass with toilet paper or sandpaper. Like, it was that easy of a choice. She said at Payback, you're either going to surrender the titles or Brie Bella's fired.
There's no choice there.
It's
You
stupid.
keep the title that you've worked for like 15 years for. You don't keep the woman who's still going to be in your house.
You're married.
There's like nothing separating these two choices.
And what's even worse about it is that I've said this before to Brooks, but it obviously wasn't recorded. If Brie Bella at Payback does not show up and say, you don't even need to make the choice, I quit, then this whole thing's stupid. That's her fucking husband, who they're forcing to surrender the title. You don't wrestle anyway. Just
You're a glorified reality star. Just go be in a fucking magazine or something. Whatever it is that she can do that isn't wrestling, just go and do that. Just leave. Leave your sister here with a red-headed demon and be gone.
Even if they have Brian come out there and be like, oh, I don't know, it's such a hard choice. Have Brie come out there and be like, no, I'm making the choice for you. I quit. Bye. Because otherwise this whole thing's stupid. It's a waste. It's such a dumb choice.
We're not even getting a match out of this. It's so bad. There's no match for the title.
I don't even know. I mean, how long can you keep this going on for? Because it's like
supposedly
if if he's going to be gone till August, which I read that he could be gone till August, or even past SummerSlam, what do? You can't just keep the belt on him this whole time. What do? You just unified the belts. You can't like fucking have a disputed fucking champion and another unification match. What?
I
They
don't know, man.
shouldn't even like. They shouldn't even unify the belts. They should have just got rid of the fucking world title because it was a glorified mid card belt. They should have just got rid of it. Like, I don't know. Whoever was Cena must have been like, this belt is shit. Throw it in the trash. Like, I want the WWE title. I don't care how they got rid of it. It's just they've shot themselves in the foot. And also, they shot themselves in the foot by putting everything on one guy. Literally, one fucking guy. Because now, who's going to be champion now? Like, you're going to put on Cena? Blah. You're going to put Wyatt? No. You're going to put on Reigns? He's not ready. You put on Triple H? Oh, Christ, no. What do you do?
You're right. Who else is there? Like, I would have said The Shield, but there's no way that they're ready. They're the only other top contenders I can think of right now.
Cesaro's not ready yet.
Nope.
Can't give it to Van Dam.
Fuck off with Sheamus.
Rusev? No.
No.
Please don't put it back on Orton.
Yeah, no. They're not giving it to Batista.
Because he's leaving. Hopefully, he has to leave. Like now.
That leads into the main event segment. Should we just go to that?
Yep, fuck it.
Contract signing. Oh, the contract
signing. Oh,
did you guys see the zoomed-in version of it?
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
That was a wink. That was a wink to the internet fans.
World Wrestling Entertainment is a creative genius. So something. All I remember is his ever toiling hands. That was the standout part.
They were talking about something as if it were a god.
Yes.
So,
it was almost Bray Wyatt like.
Crazy.
It really was. It was great. All mortals or something. Oh, it was
immortal. Oh.
But the contract signing was boring, kind of. The Shield's part of it was fine. The Shield came out first. There was a table and like 6 chairs in the ring. Dean grabs the mic first and he's talking. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns is in the background just hoisting chairs and throwing them out of the ring. And when him and Seth are done talking, Evolution comes out talking about ink drying. And then everyone signs the contract. Everyone drops the pen, which was the weirdest.
You can't keep hold of a pen nowadays. Seth dropped the pen. Dean dropped the pen. Batista dropped the pen.
It was the worst.
What's wrong with people?
And then Roman Reigns said, get in the ring and fight. And they did. And then Triple H grabbed a sledgehammer and beat the shit out of everybody. And then they triple powerbombed Roman.
You missed something out. You missed something out. You missed something out.
What?
When Roman Reigns was talking, his mic was so fucked up that you couldn't even barely hear what he just said.
I heard him.
I heard. He's like,
maybe
go to the ring and fight.
Maybe your TV just went...
He literally said... He interrupted Triple H, said, shh, get in the ring and fight. That was all he said.
Literally.
Oh, well...
And then they triple powerbombed him through the announce table and Batista made a stupid sound.
He made like, oh, 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 oh,
Right, this show has just descended into anarchy because all we're doing now is just making fucking weird noises. I don't know what the fuck are we doing?
While you eat
Triple H.
Batista sounds, this will be a treat.
I am the game while you eat.
Thank you, ma'am.
I walk alone. This will be a treat.
Stop it with his hipster jokes that go
Sierra Hotel. This will be a treat.
The other thing that made no sense.
Cosplay geeky hipster joke thing. Stop it.
The other thing that made no sense leading into Payback was the #1 contender for the Divas Championship, Alicia Fox, who last week defeated the champion in a very strong fashion, not even using a finisher, mind you. Lost to a roll-up from Emma.
Yep. Just when I thought they were actually going to make some sort of sense within the Divas division. No, it's gone. Bye.
She's turning into Steve Austin. She keeps pouring drinks down her front. I'm not complaining, but what's going on?
Yeah, except she's fucking boring. I'm sorry, Alicia Fox is she's boring. And then she goes around saying, I don't lose. Meanwhile, she's lost 2 out of her last 3 matches.
That's not character building. That's just being a fucking idiot.
I'm going to give everyone a bit of trivia, though. The person who she gave a wedgie to is none other than the son of the Shockmaster.
Fucking
brilliant.
Great.
That's a family destined for greatness.
The guy who keeps the microphones in a box over by the ring bell. It was stupid. It was the stupidest fucking.
I don't mind it. I like her new attitude. Maybe it doesn't make too much sense, but it's better than just walking to the ring pretending to be a fox or something.
It's debatable at this point, but Bo
Just put her in a
Dallas.
fursuit.
Bo Dallas had his official WWE debut because SmackDown is no longer canon.
It's just a thing of enhancement, so
Yep.
screw it.
SmackDown-
SmackDown doesn't happen anymore.
SmackDown
Oh god!
debuted
On a
in
side note, SmackDown needs a new fucking theme song. It's just not wrestling.
Is it still Green
When
Day?
the sky turns black, it don't matter.
It's still Green Day. Even I know it's like fucking Green Day.
I haven't watched
That was like
SmackDown in like
4
2
years
years.
ago.
It doesn't
I haven't
strike.
watched-
It doesn't strike me as being Green Day, but it might be.
No, I have it on my iPod. It's by some fucking creative, royalty-free bullshit. And it's like, we were born to rest.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I haven't watched
At
At this point, they might as well just have "I'm blue." Do, 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 do,
Yes.
do, 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 do. You might as well have that.
Well,
Or
Bo
just
Dallas,
some
Maybe more
generic,
people watch.
generic dubstep would be better at this point.
Bo Dallas.
Welcome to SmackDown.
Yeah, but all
Zach.
the theme songs are total toss. I mean, like the Raw one puts you to sleep. Like the main one's like "Tonight is the night,"
Bad
First of
life,
all,
I can't even-
and then like the other one they play when like the fucking when, like they play for I don't know when the I don't know how to describe it. But when,
Is it
At least
still
back in the
Nickelback?
day, it was generic heavy metal. At least it had like an edge to it. Now it's just, I don't know.
rock songs, but aren't even rock.
That's literally what it is.
Like, we're all
These
friends.
songs-
We love each other, even though it's wrestling. Everybody's cool.
anything.
That's my new
I
intro.
prefer Nickelback over this. Like at least even had like some kind of I don't know tempo. I don't know something that doesn't put me to fucking sleep.
You prefer the
I mean-
sound of a voice that sounds like it's gargling oatmeal.
Look at this photograph.
Even Andy's singing theme tune would be better. Just
Well,
like da 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 dun.
Okay, so what?
Dun dun.
back to
What's the
the
Bo
show. Bo Dallas was not the only person to make his in-ring Raw debut because Adam Rose had his first official match against who?
Against who?
Davy Crockett.
But it's not actually the guy from the Alamo. It's your
Damien
former future world champion, Damien Sandow.
dressed as Davy Crockett.
It's freaking
Looks like a fucking
Damien
Mario
Haas.
character.
Damien
Oh.
Haas Big Show.
Oh god, Davy Crockett.
I
Damien
just
What
want
the
to
f-
die.
Davy
I don't
Sandow
get why he
Crockett.
keeps dressing up. Why does he keep
Magneto.
dressing up? He was like Magneto the other week. What the
They've done this
Because they
gimmick
can't do
so many
anything with-
times, though. This has been a gimmick for so many people. Charlie Haas did it. Big Show did it.
But this doesn't.
The only
they
thing
had
that's worse is because he had the
nothing
money
going
in
for
the
them.
bank.
Yeah.
Like that thing. He was going to be world champion at one point. He was so close. He came so close to defeating Cena, but he got put through an AA and a clean pin. And then ever since then, he's just been irrelevant because
And
no
you
one
know what
cares.
pissed me off about that more than anything? When he lost to Cena in, let's admit it, an embarrassing way, everyone said, no, this will make him even better. This is good for him. He'll be great now. He's going to be the main event superstar in no time. Look at
No.
him. He's dressed as Davy fucking Crockett, losing
I
to
didn't even
Adam
know
Rose.
who that was. I thought it was Jebediah Springfield.
Fucking Adam Rose beat
I
Davy
don't. And here's the thing
Sandow.
I don't get. When Charlie Haas was doing that, he had no. He didn't even have a gimmick. It was just Charlie Haas, right? Damien Sandow has an actual gimmick where he's supposed to be a highly intelligent person. Why then in the fuck is he dressing up?
Concussion.
I guess, man. I don't know.
Harry Saturn turn, apparently. But either way, it's just an embarrassment. And they really need to do something with him before it's too late.
Whoppy.
But this segment wasn't all
It is,
bad
like-
because after the match, well, even during the match, the Zeb Coulter and Swagger came out and tried to interrupt the match, but it didn't work. And
They
then after,
kidnapped a lemon.
yeah, but after the match, he attacked Adam Rose, but then Adam Rose attacked back by transforming into Leo Kruger, kind of.
It was brilliant.
I do like this part of Adam Rose's character where he does get mad and he will beat the shit out of you.
This is exactly what I brought up. As long as you have a good in-ring, like, set of moves and you're vicious, you can pull off a comedy character no problem.
Yeah. He's not party time all the time. He will beat the shit out of you.
It's party time all the time until you touch one of my friends, and I'll put my foot down your throat.
Exactly.
I have a question.
Yes.
Go.
Who here has watched NXT since it started?
Me.
Because I read somewhere that before he was Leo Kruger, he was somebody else that somehow like went crazy and became Leo Kruger. So could he have gone
I
crazy
wouldn't know.
again and became this guy? Is his gimmick that he's actually just crazy?
His actual name's Steve Blackman. I don't know.
The lethal assassin.
No, that was an accident.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That's
Oh,
just the
you're
first
an
name
idiot.
that came. I wanted to say Steve something, but then Blackman came
Crazy
out.
Steve.
He is Crazy Steve!
No, that's
Oh,
TNA.
no, don't
Adam
think
Rose is
about
actually Crazy Steve, and then on Thursdays he just goes over and he's part of a carnival.
Swerve.
Oh god.
Oh,
That explains why the carnies have a party that comes with them every week.
we threw the looking glass.
You've made me think of
But
TNA topics now again.
Anyway, Raw
But
sucked.
that's
It was just
really,
terrible.
really, really
What else happened? Was
There was
there
a
any?
match-
Was there even anything else?
There was a match with Sheamus in it. That sucked.
We don't fucking care because it was Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio. Oh, brilliant! Fresh content from SmackDown 2011. Thank you.
He's feuding with Cesaro, but I don't remember
Emma-
how that
International Cena versus Orton.
Cesaro had a match with RVD that got interrupted by Wade Barrett. I'm sorry, Bad News Barrett.
Boo.
Boom. Then
Ba, ba,
Eva
ba, ba,
Marie. Hey Glenn, our favorite. Eva Marie had a match.
She won.
And she won
Huh?
it with a roll up.
She beat Summer
Who
Rae.
she beat?
Summer
Oh my
Rae
God.
with a roll up.
Or at least it's Summer Rae, because she's
Oh
not
my
supposed to be a
God.
wrestler either. So
The hypest of moves.
The roll up.
Because this
Might
feud
as well
with
be her
Fandango
finisher.
and Layla is the stupidest.
they're just like making it. Yeah, Fandango's laughing all the way to his pants because I was gonna say bank, but that doesn't make sense. But I mean, what I mean is Fandango's loving this feud. She just gets to make out
great.
with him.
Gets to make out with everybody.
Brilliant.
It's stupid. What else happened?
Literally nothing. We've covered all the topics, and I now
This show
want
goes
to
on for
shoot
3
stuff.
hours, right?
I know what happened. I know what happened.
I know what we're forgetting.
Michael
Brooks.
Cole laughed and it was
Feels like an
annoying.
eternity.
No, there's an actual thing that was terrible that we missed, Brooks.
Oh, is it the Bray Wyatt thing?
No, that was actually not bad. I forgot about that. Bray Wyatt cut a promo that was good, and then attacked Jerry Lawler, and then Cena came out and cut a promo that was terrible.
He cut a promo where he was like, "You know, Bray, you used to be a cool guy, but then you got power to your head, and you're not cool anymore." He might as well have said brother at the end.
Basically said exactly that. Yeah, Bray Wyatt's apparently gone mad with power that he doesn't have.
Power that's, like, what, non-existent? He hasn't got a title. He hasn't got a position of authority. What the fuck are you talking about?
He has no power.
He actually doesn't have the
He's got the whole world in his
fucking
hands,
for God's sake.
apparently.
But the segment I was talking about was the feud that never ends. 3MB versus Los
Los Matadors. Ah.
when Drew McIntyre had a one-on-one match with El Torito.
Let's go over that again. Drew McIntyre, the man handpicked by Vince McMahon,
The chosen one.
versus a
A bull.
midget in a bull costume.
No, apparently he's a real bull because not only did he defeat Drew McIntyre,
And he defeated him by doing what? Throwing him
knocked
off
his-
the turnbuckle.
he knocked him off the turnbuckle and then just
Then
pinned him
him. Drew McIntyre, former Intercontinental Champion, pinned.
by a midget
Brilliant.
bull. And then Hornswoggle ripped his tail off. And
So
apparently,
technically,
he
is
runs
Hornswoggle
around-
supposed to be a heel now?
I guess
And he just runs around grabbing his ass, being like, "Oh, my tail's gone." The fucking cut to the emergency
But the
room where
match-
the Mexicans are yelling at him to put the tail back on, and then they just shove it up his ass, and it's like, why?
But the match at the pay-per-view is like, was it hair versus mask or something?
Hornswoggle versus Torito in a hair versus mask match.
Well, but if you're treating this bull like it's a real bull,
yeah, I don't know,
well,
man.
then it's not a mask, then is it?
I don't know, man. It
I
doesn't
think the
make
choice between Hornswoggle's hair and the bull mask is more decisive than the fucking Daniel Bryan choice.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
more
it is
conflicted seeing what I'd rather have happen in the pre-show than what I would want to see
a
happen.
bald midget or a bull with a human face? I don't know. It's tearing me apart.
Like, it's so fucking stupid. Raw was so bad. It was
And it's the show before Payback.
the
Is it?
only
Yeah, Payback is this week.
Exactly.
And that was the show that built it up.
Get the
There's
network.
one
everyone.
Somehow
SmackDown.
now they're not calling them pay-per-views. They're not calling them pay. No, they're not calling them special events anymore. They're calling them pay-per-views. Because the term special event just sounds stupid.
It sounds special.
Which is what a majority of this Raw was.
So special. No one touches my lemons. Yep, brilliant, wonderful.
It's fucking stupid. The only segments that had any redeeming factors were Bray Wyatt's promo and the Shield's part of the contract signing. That was it.
Oh, there was a clever quip from Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah,
that I
because
found
the
particularly
Rhodes
amusing.
fought Batista and Orton in a tag team handicap elimination, no holds barred bullshit match.
And to set that up, Cody Rhodes called Batista a skinny jeans sellout, and he called Randy Orton RK blows. Who wrote that?
Exactly.
Where's the
That sound.
who's the writing team?
That's a Cena comment.
That sound that just came out of Keelan sums up the entire segment.
Yes.
That's about it.
This isn't like a level sense of humor. Like a.
Oh my!
What are you doing?
This is a treat.
This
Well,
is.
you
this-
eat.
Thank you, ma'am.
This will be a
Oh,
treat.
shut up, you hipster assholes!
This is like listening to
Nice.
dying cats. I've got to admit.
Andy
It
Kwan,
literally
while you
is.
eat.
This will be a treat.
Uncle Mo, here I am.
Thank you, ma'am. They hate us so much right now.
Uncle,
Oh,
pull my
I'm ready to
finger.
go back into hiding again.
I don't understand what in the hell is going on.
This is great.
Andy, your show's been taken over from right
I
beneath.
can't. This is bullshit. What in the name? Explain yourself now. What in the name of God are you doing?
But you love it,
here I
though.
am. Mr. Balderson.
Listen, idiot head. Right? Idiot head. I'm not good at insults. Okay.
This will be a treat. Idiot head,
Oh.
here I am.
God
Thank you,
almighty.
ma'am.
Shut
This'll
up!
be-
Shut up! Oh God! Shut up!
Stupid
up.
insults while you eat.
They're the podcast version of the NWO.
Take the fries off my head. The basket is too hot.
This is fucking great.
Oh my God! What in the name of God are you talking about?
Oh, here I am.
Oh, right, I've had enough. I'm in the show. Like that's it.
Thank you for watching.
So since all the news
This
is
has been a
gone,
treat.
and these two clowns are acting like idiots.
This has been
We'll see
Supla
you
while
next
you
time.
eat.
You know what? Bring back Liam.
No.
That'll be a treat.
Not while you eat.
Liam Dunn.
Thank
Here
you,
I
ma'am.
am.
Don't eat Liam Dunn.
I've lost my shit. Can we end the show?
While you eat.
Thank you, ma'am.
This will be a treat.
I think you just killed
Alright.
Glenn.
Antoine.
I've been Carmen Antonelli.
I've been Samuel Brooks. While you eat.
I've been Glenn Fielding. Yeah, I'm still here.
I've been confused and annoyed and frustrated and slightly amused. Keelan
Mr.
Bolton.
Balderson.
And we will see you all while you eat in 2 weeks. Thanks,
This will be a
ma'am.
treat.
Did we forget somebody?
No, Andy already said himself.
Oh,
I am definitely here. I think. Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't care anymore.
You're here.
Thank you all for listening
Andy
to the
Kwan.
Supla, and hopefully we will see you live in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Oh.
Don't want inside joke.